Okay, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to spread through the cards. I want you just to take a card, but don't take it out. Just leave it protruding from the deck, just like so, because this is what we're going to do. I'm going to set the deck down and show you that you pick the one card that I labeled Force card. What is up, folks? Jorge Nito here. Thanks for coming by. Welcome back. Guys, this is day 3 of our little tiny series on forces. Hopefully you found these few forces unique. I know that they are definitely something that I've been interested in for quite some time, and I've just finally got the gumption to share them with everybody. So I hope you enjoyed them. So this is day 3, Force 3, the final force, at least for a while. I call it the pull force just because, hey, I don't know. You basically pull the card out of the deck, and in that action, you force the card. But it is a really clean force. So I've saved this, what I think, the best for last. Yesterday's drop force was a real close call because I really like that one too. But I think at the end of the day, this one, even though it's a little more challenging, put the practice in, man, it just looks clean. It looks fair. Yeah, you spread through the deck. They select a card. They can actually take the card, but you instruct them, don't take it all the way out. Just take it out enough so it's protruding from the rest of the pack. And if you prefer, you don't even have to do that. You could just have them touch the card, and then you take it out, and then close the pack, pull the card out, and show them that it's your card, and it's always going to be your force card. So let's get into it. Alright, my friends, we're using the Madison Blue Dealers. So yeah, picked these up fairly recently, and they are beautiful. You typically see the green ones. These are the blue ones, borderless. Borderless cards is going to work the best for these effects that I've been sharing these last few days, just because it helps to hide certain discrepancies, would-be discrepancies. But you know, you don't have to. You could just get really comfortable, practice a lot, be super comfortable with these forces, and you really don't even need to use the borderless. I just prefer to because they help. This is just a card that I wrote force card on, and your force card's always going to go on the bottom this time around. And so, yeah, I started out with a fair shuffle, just being sure to keep that card remanded to the bottom. Do a little false cut. That's a Larry Jennings false cut, the Affus Gaffus. And so it looks like this. What you want to do is secure a pinky break under the bottom card, right? Just like so. Because what you're going to do is basically spread through the cards while maintaining that break. And so from the front, you know, you can't tell because I'm using my forefinger here to kind of apply just a little bit of pressure, not even a lot. And I'm just simply using my thumb just to push cards over. And you could still see, well, let's do it this way. You could still see that I'm holding a break. And spectators none the wiser from the front. So I just start by, doing a false, well, you know, just a shuffle, but keeping your force card on the bottom. Make sure there's no break right here on the bottom. So yeah, get your pinky break under that card, and then start the spread just by keeping everything tight and really just using the thumb to push over, and your other hand to just drag these cards out, right? And you just tell them, look, I'm just going to spread through the cards, and I want you to, and you could tell them just to touch the card and say they touch, you know, this one, and then you could out jog it, or you can just instruct them to go ahead and touch the card. And actually, if you want to, go ahead and take the card, but don't take it out. Just leave it protruding from the deck. You can even illustrate if you want. And but yeah, so don't take the card all the way out. Just take the card you want, and leave it sticking about halfway out from the rest of the pack, and we'll leave it just like that. It's at this point where you come in for a biddle grip, and you're kicking this card to the over to the left. And so this is the situation back here. So I'm coming in now like this. I now have a thumb break, and their card looks like this. So whenever I pull their card out, I'm actually taking the bottom card along for the ride, and I'm pulling that card out. I'm very careful to coalesce everything. That's the reality. But it's just a fast action of pulling the card out, and then when you're coming back here, you're actually setting the deck down. So in the action of setting the deck down, you're swiping away that card that they picked, leaving that bottom card, that force card. So let's run through it again, because I know this can be a little bit challenging, especially that coalescing action, or squaring up, because here's the thing, that's the one thing that can flash on this force, and I'll just show you what I'm talking about. I'll do it real sloppy. Obviously that's, you see what I'm saying? You can flash it, if you're careful. So you really want to work on the squaring up action. Let me actually just move this down a little bit so you can see here what I'm doing. So I have that break. And I'm just going into the spread. They touch a card, they could take it out. So it's at this point where I come over and I kick this card to the left, and I hold that thumb break, right? So what I do is I go ahead. It's really, you're just transferring to a thumb break just momentarily, because, you're going to be pulling the force card out with this hand anyway. So I make sure I have this, and I take their card out. In the action of setting the deck down, I swipe away their card. Wow, I messed that up royal. I'm sitting here trying to look at it and everything else. Let's just do it like this. So yeah, you have their card protruding. Come in for the biddle grip, kicking that card over. It's at this point where I take their card along with the force card. And as I come back to place the deck down, I'm taking their card, putting the deck down, and you can hand their card out, show it however you want to do it. But every action in this is justified. So how it would look in real time is, they pick a card. It's best also, I didn't mention this, if the card is kind of protruding, a little bit over halfways. That way you have plenty of time to do the switch and the force. A big thank you to everybody who's been present here for this force series. I really appreciate all your interest and support and feedback. It really means a lot. I hope you find these forces useful. I know they're a little bit challenging. They are for me. I've had to spend a little bit of time with them, but I think it's worth it. So there you have it. As far as accreditation for this move, I don't know. I've been doing it for a while. I think, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's a Larry Jennings, like a holdout move, or like an add-on. I really don't know. But I see different people use something like this. Daniel Madison did something similar where he had, Cards and Gamblers Cop. It's on Susan's Kings tutorial. You could check that out. Not the flourish, but the 4-queen production, or you cut to the 4 queens, but you're kind of holding them out and then adding them to the packets. Pig Cake did some work with this with an alternate handling. So yeah, I'm not sure the origin of this move, but I know that it's really helpful. And so if somebody figures out where this originated, please let me know so I could leave the proper crediting in the description. Guys, that's going to do it for today. Stay tuned the last Saturday of September for the giveaway announcement, the rules for entry, and the special collab that I keep talking about. Guys, have a good Sunday. The weekend's over. Sucks, but hey, enjoy the rest of it. Jorge Nito here, signing off. God bless.